So one of the things I'm thinking that's going to happen out of this is that, we're going to rethink our healthcare system. I'm hoping that we'll come up with basic healthcare for everybody, okay? Because it's such a game changer, okay? And educators assume that all children have access to healthcare, and they don't, okay? The second thing I'm hoping that will happen is we will back off the institutional rigidity. And
that's brilliant.
We are killing kids with our rigidity.
Wow.
I have to say, I read this article in New York Times and I almost cried. It was about what you should do with your young children when they're home with you. You should play with them. You should sing with them. You should let them explore things. You should let them have physical activity. I thought, yes, and that's the very thing you've legislated out of schools. You know? I was like, why are we doing this? Let me give you a high school example of rigidity. Most states, you have to have 24 credits to graduate from high school. In many states, 18 of those 24 are designated what you will take, okay? So the bottom line is, let's suppose you have a talent in music, or you have a talent in cooking, or you have a talent in whatever, okay? Well, too bad for you. You know, you are going to develop against what we have decided is the ultimate model for talent. And so it's been what we've gotten, particularly for males out of poverty or minority males, we've just got this huge level of they vote with their feet, they just leave.
Yeah.
And then, if I might just say one more thing about this, one thing I'm hoping, we're identifying a lot of gifted males as ODD.
Wow.
Oppositional defiant disorder.
Right.
And if you start looking at the research, their characteristics are exactly the same. And so it's like, really? We're destroying all this talent because it doesn't fit a narrow model of what we think ought to happen. So I'm hoping that goes away.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people are seeing this as an opportunity to really step back and assess what we've taken for granted. And I think that's what I'm hearing from you, is that there's a lot of things that we just sort of assume as normal that actually are interfering with the real education that we would want for the kids that need it the most.
Exactly. And the very fact that in 50 years, there's been no change in the gap, very little change. I mean, isolated places have done it. But as national data, there's been virtually no change between how poor children, that gap between poor and affluent children, achievement gap. So you got to say, hey, can we rethink our model just a little bit? So I'm hoping that happens, yeah.